All right, so we're working on getting the PTO cut for this 25A Flail Mower on back of the 4066. What we've done is I've taken the shields off of the PTO. This is a 4-foot PTO, and basically we're going to have to shorten it 13 inches, and I'll explain that here in just a second. We've separated the two halves, and then at the same time, what I've done is I have basically determined that the shortest length between the two PTO shafts is going to be a little over 35 inches. So I'm going to make this PTO shaft 35 inches long. So that's how we came up with that measurement. Basically, depending on where the movement is on the flail mower is going to be anywhere, the drive line needs to be anywhere from 35 to approximately 38 inches long. And so that should give us, if each half, basically each half is going to be, after we get done, let me get my tape measure out here. Each half is going to be approximately 27 inches long or so, 20, 25, something like that. I can't remember. The full half. And so it'll come out to about 20 or about 35 inches. That's what we're going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this, and then we'll put everything back together. And I'm just going to use an angle grinder, and then I'm going to use a file to deburr the ends, and then grease everything really good, put it back together, put the shields back on, and then see if I can't get this thing hooked up. I'm probably going to have to disconnect the flail mower from the tractor to get the PTO on there. And I will probably go through some checks to make sure that it is short enough. You know, that way, because the problem is if you've watched Tractor Time with Tim videos, you know that about a year ago, I think about a year ago, he had actually, the PTO shaft was too long. And when you, basically what will happen is something has to give in here if the PTO shaft is too long. And he pushed in the case of, I think it was just 25R. So, I'm going to do that, and then we'll come back once I get the PTO installed on the tractor. All right, so what I've done is I've actually left the front shield off while I do my inspections here. Because the first time I put it on, I actually put that shield back on the PTO shaft, and I just really didn't like the way it felt. I think I need to shorten just that shield up a little bit, because whatever you cut off of the tubes, you have to cut off of the shaft itself. So what I've done is I've gone ahead and pulled the tilt cylinder all the way forward, and I just want to go through the full range of motion. You can tell that, you know, we've got a little bit of space left there. So we're just going to go up and down a couple times. And so I think, so see when I get all the way down there to the very bottom, so now this would not be a drive line angle that you would ever have, because you're never gonna, basically this roller should be on the ground back here, it shouldn't be off. So this is not a drive line angle you would ever have, but since I have the tilt cylinder on here, you know, you always want to make sure that it's level. So because that is that way, and basically the back shaft is all the way forward and pushing on that shaft at its lowest point, we're gonna go ahead and lift it up. And you can see that, you know, it'll get better. But I mean, we're never gonna have the top link that short, particularly when we're mowing. And so what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna lengthen the top link a little bit. I think my GoPro is dying. I just lost about a 15-minute explanation on shortening up the PTO shaft. Hopefully I didn't lose everything on there. But basically what I've done is I've tested out everything here on the PTO shaft, and I'm decently happy with the results. I could probably take another ½ inch off here, but I really don't want to, because eventually I do want to make this quick hitch compatible, which just requires a little bit of modification to the mounts. So the only time that it's ever going to collide, and there it's even suspect, is if I have the tilt cylinder all the way pulled in and I have the thing all the way down on the ground. So I think what I'm gonna do is we need to go test it, Hopefully the video of my explanation of cutting the PTO shaft and everything did not go away. If it did, I will try to do a voiceover or something along there, but I can't access any of the files on the GoPro at the moment, so hopefully it works. I am going to mow this first time without that shield on. I really want to watch the PTO shaft, but other than that, then I'll put the shield on when I get done. And so I got to figure out exactly what I want to go mow, and I'll set the camera up. All right, moment of truth. We're going to see if the PTO comes on and what explodes when it does. You ready? Well, it rumbles, but jiggles the tractor a little bit, but overall, you know, we're pretty good. All right, let's go find something to mow. All right, for this demonstration, we're just going to keep you in the cab. We're just going to go down the property line here and get the weeds between the bean field and the house. Some neat sounds, that's for sure. Keep in mind, I have never operated a flail mower before, so shaking a good bit. I think I can do this one-handed. So, I mean, you can see what we're mowing there. I mean, it looks pretty good. Our shaft is doing well. I'll turn you around so you can kind of see what we're mowing here. You see just the edge right there. Go play with this around the property line for a little bit, and then we'll go see if we can maybe mow a little bit around the pond.